we're focusing on Canada now, where retail sales continue to show modest growth. Sales grew 0.6% in July to more than $39 billion US. And that's good news for millions of Canadians who rely on retail spending for their jobs. So for more on this, let's go to CCTV's Kristiaan Yeo at the Toronto Stock Exchange. Kristiaan.
Hi, Michelle. Yeah, the main driver of July's rise, more being spent at the gas pumps, also at clothing stores as well. We're seeing an interesting shift in the way people are buying cars here, less spent on new vehicles, more on used. And it was a good month for furniture retailers. Not such a good one for electronics stores, sales slumping there. Overall, though, this is the fourth monthly rise in 5 months. And that is brilliant news, not just when you look at tax revenues in the retail sector, but for jobs. It's incredibly important to the Canadian economy. 1 in 10 of the Canadian workforce is employed in retail.
For Crystal Bridger, retailers paid the bills since high school. With a passion for gadgets, she put herself through college selling electronics to the public.
I kind of went back and forth from part-time to full-time in the retail environment while I was doing my college.
Even after graduating with a business degree, the lure of the shop floor kept her in retail.
Day to day, it's always something different. There's always something to learn. I enjoy lots of different activities, dealing with the customers, setting up new systems, taking a new piece of technology, figuring it out, seeing how best to be able to explain that to a person and really have it enrich their lives.
Crystal's not alone. Retail employs more people here than any other sector, 11.5% of the workforce based on Canada's last census. How many of them do so by choice rather than necessity is another matter. Canada has a worsening youth unemployment problem. In a difficult jobs market, retailers are finding themselves with the pick of qualified graduates.
I have one member of the team who has a math degree. I have a political science degree. Another gentleman who I picked up from the Sony store, he had an economics degree.
Impressive credentials, but are they relevant in retail? Crystal's boss believes so.
With any degree, it shows that you've gone through university, you have the discipline to stick with the program. You also have some diversity of skills. I mean, in terms of writing reports, we know you can read a lot, we know how to handle deadlines.
For many, it's a temporary stopgap, but for graduates like Crystal, the stability and environment of retail is enough to keep her from looking elsewhere.
On the off side, you have the weekend work and a little bit later hours in the evenings, but you're home every night. You're not doing the travels as much, and you get to do something a little different every day, not sitting at a desk.
So Canada is a nation of retailers now, and there are concerns about pay and prospects in the industry. But the reality is that Canadians are relying on retail now more than ever. And the hope is that as the size and the caliber of that workforce increases, so will the reputation and the viability of retail be as a career path, Michelle.
Well, Kristiaan, there are a lot of very well-known concerns about the retail sector in general around the world regarding pay, conditions, consumer confidence and spending. Putting those concerns aside, would you think it's wise to have so many workers dependent on the retail sector?
Well, many economists would say absolutely not. The problem with retail is that it's focused on domestic consumption, domestic spending. So when the economy slows down and spending decreases, that puts retail jobs at risk. When spending stops, jobs can disappear, and that was demonstrated at the start of this year. Sears Canada and Best Buy both announcing job cuts worth around 1,000 jobs just gone in January. When you compare that to manufacturing, job security is hedged more, not just on domestic performance, but performance around the world, lots of clients in other countries. So with that in mind, retail is a risky business and is more susceptible to fluctuations in the jobs market.
All right, Kristiaan, thanks as always for covering that for us. Kristiaan Yeo, live at the Toronto Stock Exchange.